Full Game Prometheus, the only YouTuber that gives you full games of all the tips and schemes I post on my channel. I'll show you the good, the bad, and the ugly. Alright, so guys, this is going to be another Patreon request playbook. I've had several Patreon members request me to build out schemes out of the Jaguars. So I want to go ahead and show the scheme to you guys just so you can see this. When I looked at the formations, once again, they have Singleback, I-form, gun. Are pretty much all the formations, pretty limited, but one of the formations that I gravitated towards was going to be the Singleback, Deuce, Y flex, and the primary reason is because it has a concept that I've showed to you guys before out of the Singleback, Deuce, Y flex. So go ahead and post the videos below. But this play right here, the quick pitch, the halfback counter, the play action counter shot, I like the pitch. It can be very effective if you throw this into your scheme, and then also the play action counter shot is a good play to go ahead and jump into because you can catch your opponent up top. But I want to go ahead and build a little bit more of a traditional scheme that we're going to attack our opponent with, and we're going to basically go ahead. The way the audibles are set up with this playbook is that you basically have two run audibles, which essentially work the same. So I want to go ahead and take that left, the left bumper audible, which is going to be the weak zone split. I'm going to change that out with this play right here, which is going to be play action deep cross. This is going to give an opportunity for us to hit some big yards off the left hand side. Now conversely, on the right hand side, I've got play action smash mills. I don't really care for this play at all. I like to go with a different play, which is going to be the play action slide mesh. And I run this, I make one adjustment on it, but it's going to be fairly easy to set up, and it's going to have a nice little levels concept going off to the right and left. So a halfback dives are base run. We also have the curl Y hook, which is really good. And let's just go ahead and jump into this. We'll just pick, I'm just going to show you the quick pitch and how you can use it in your scheme and actually catch your opponent off. We're going to use this against random 34 defenses. So the way this play works is that you've got this little pitch play, and then it's a really effective run play. It's going to give you some really good running yards. As you can see right there, if my blocking would have just got out there a little bit sooner, it probably would have went for more yards right there. But I love this particular run play. It's very effective, and it's going to force your opponent to actually go ahead, put the other guys in the gaps to go and stop against it. The problem with it, though, it actually has a tell, and that can get yourself in some trouble. So right here, 83 is not he's not going up to the next level and getting a block. He just kind of sat there, hesitated. So let's see if we can get this off one more time. Let's get your block, 83. Nope, no one picked him up, and the edge was set right there. So let's go ahead and jump into another play, which would be the halfback dive. I can go show my opponent the same type of look, so he'll probably spread his line, try to go and stop that quick pitch, and then you can attack your opponent right up the middle with the halfback dive, or you can just jump into it right away and just go ahead and attack the line. So we've got double team right here and able to go ahead and get up a good 5 yards. So 5 yard shots with a dive play, I'll take it all day, every day. It's easy yardage that you can use against your opponent. So other play we're going to take a look at, and this is going to be the open field concept. I'm going to take a look at the corner Y hook. Robinson route is just, even though it's highlighted as the primary route, I never look to it. It's not a route I look to. I'm actually looking for this deep hitch route. You don't have a lot of deep hitch routes just to get up to about 12 yards or so. Very uncommon, but you have a nice little complement. I've got a route underneath with a running back. I got a crossing route. I got a route that sits right here. So really going to be looking for this hitch route right here, because a lot of times he's going to get, what, 12, 13 yards right there in depth, and he's actually going to get right in front of a defender. So if you got a guy that's playing a lot of cover 2, cover 3, this can actually be a big opportunity for you to pick up some pretty good yards right there. So the ball didn't come down with the guy right there. Let's go and see this. Once a defender floats up in the area, that's when you're actually going to go check it down to the running back. So we're just going to keep popping this route until we see someone float down or float up in the area. Nope. So I'll just keep taking those easy yards, get the easy yards right there with that route. So that's what you like about it. Let's see if it floats up in it. Now, so when someone floats up in the up top, you drop it down to the running back. So basically just a couple route progressions right there. Sometimes if someone really locks this play up, you can look for the guy over the middle, and you got the other crossing guy over the middle, but really it's popping that deep hitch and then looking for the flat underneath. It's going to pretty much be the way this play is set up to go and attack your opponent. So see, that defender actually had to choose whether he's going to go after the running back. And if you got a good running back with Fournette, sometimes you can break tackles with this play. So I do like this play. This is a good play to go jump into, and I've used it online successfully. So you can definitely go and pop that. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other play, which is going to be our audible that we just set up. Play action deep cross. This is going to be a level concept, and you're going to have basically 7 people blocking, so you can max protect to go ahead and prevent that slide animation, and then you can go ahead and take your line and slide it off to the right to try to get some protection. Now we're just going to look for 2 routes, which is going to be the underneath route, and then we've got this deep crossing route on the back and side. So I should have went underneath because the guys are floating up, and I tried to force it to the deep crosser, so that's why I got sacked right there. So let's see here. I'm going to go ahead and look for the underneath route, and if it's the only thing that's available, we're going to go ahead and hit it. And right there, another block shed right across the middle. So one of the bad things of playing with bad teams in this practice mode is that you're always going to get those. You guys have watched enough of these videos and know that just happens, especially if you've done it yourself. Let's go ahead and see if we can get the crossing route underneath. That route was actually taken up, so now I can actually hit the big play off the backhand side. So if you got a guy that runs a lot of coverages, you can go into this play and actually get fairly good blocking. Now the problem with this particular play is that you can't milk it a lot, because really it's going to be 2 reads, and you can take it away manually with the crossing route on the backhand side. So you probably want to jump into it a couple times, but you don't want to spam this play more than maybe 3 or 4 times. So let's go ahead and take a look at the other audible, which is going to be the play action slide mesh. Now, what I like to do is I like to go ahead and take Hearns and actually streak him up, because that's going to stretch our defender out to the right-hand side. And I got levels concept. I've got a flat route. I've got a guy that's going to be at about like 15-yard step, and I got a guy that's going to be Lewis, which is going to be at about like 20 or 25-yard step. So the crossing route is going to be the area of the field they're going to go and look to. So the ball sailed on me right there. Let's go ahead and see if we can get back to this again. We're going to go ahead and streak up Hearns. He's a clear out route. He's not going to be a part of the scheme. And look at the corner route right here that's actually wide open. So Lewis does not come down with it, but you can see that that's big yards right there. So let's see if we can get this one more time. So my first progression is going to be Kayak or Koyak, and then Robinson, and then we're going to be looking at Lewis finally. So underneath route, if it's available, we'll take it. And just force our opponent to go ahead and defend the flats, and that defender actually came down and actually played it perfectly. So that was a good defense by the CPU. So let's just go ahead and jump onto this play one more time. Flat route, open, take it. You can pick up some monster yards underneath if the CPU or if your opponent is not running the coverage to stop that. Hearns is basically a clear out route. I'm not looking to him at all. I've got this route right here, which is going to be the crosser. Robinson does not come down with the ball, but you can see how nice yards after the catch. You can go and pick that up. So let's just go ahead and see if we can pop it one more time. And then we've got the deep corner route. Look at this racket, stay in bounds. So I can go ahead and get a good 20 yards on that. So that's what I do like about this particular play, is that it gives you an opportunity to go ahead and attack your opponents. Let's just take a look at this in instant replay. My first read is going to be this guy going across the middle. My next read is going to be right here. And then finally, you can see this defender actually bites down, but leaving him naked. And I'm picking up, okay, so this is 20, 25, almost 30 yards. And if I would have caught that in bounds, I could probably have picked up another 35 yards. So this is a good play to go and jump into, maybe in a 2-minute warning type situation. You still want to establish the run, but you want to pop your opponent for some big yards. So to my subscribers, thanks for you guys for your support. My Patreon members, thanks again, once again, for the support. I really appreciate it. I hope this, guys, this is a scheme that you can throw into your scheme if you're using the Jacksonville playbook. This is a good play. This is a really good play to go ahead and use against your opponent. You've got the pitch play, you've got the dive. It's going to force your opponent to go ahead and stop the run. It's going to force them to go ahead, and you've got very easy reads with this particular play. So I really do like it a lot. So once again, thank you for your support. Until next time.